know the world of music. I first met Rick Ferris a few years ago at the Bluegrass Jam that I'm a part of. He's such a modest guy for being such a wonderful musician. In fact, it's funny because I knew him primarily as just playing the electric bass, just to keep everyone that is in our circle in line. And it wasn't until I asked Rick to grace the National Fan Awards with his presence, I knew that he was a good musician. But then I heard how gifted he really is, and we played a couple songs together. It was very good at a very hectic time. And you will certainly agree with the talent that he has after he plays an original tune entitled Good Things. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rick Ferris.
Try this out. Are we coming through? Yes, we're on, Bob. Last winter, my wife and I were talking about some of the things that the Reverend Davis mentioned about the news and how much negative things we are exposed to, and how that really, in our lives, it's what we take in that determines what we think about, you know? So you take in a lot of negative stuff, that's what you're going to be thinking about. But there are wonderful things happening all the time in the world, especially in our personal lives, you know, the kindnesses that this whole thing is about. So eventually that sort of evolved into this song that I'll expose you to here.
Good things are happening every day, all the time. You don't have to make up anything, you just have to open your mind. Good things are happening every day, all the time. You don't have to worry about anything, you just have to open your mind. And if the day gets long, waiting for the end to come, you can sing this song and then be happy till the day is done. Good things are happening every day, all the time. You don't have to worry about anything, you just have to open your mind. Yes, you just need a little reminder, you just have to open your mind.
And once again, here is Abby Everingham from the Pace Center for Girls.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's lovely to be here. As Ward so gracefully said, I'm from Pace Center for Girls. And Pace Center for Girls is actually an organization here in Tampa, but all over the state of Florida. And we work with girls that have had tremendous amounts of adversity and work with them to really meet their potential. And so it's a pleasure to work here in this community, as well as I also work in Pinellas County. So it's my pleasure to present the Family Flame Award for Random Acts of Kindness. This honors all the people who bring joy to others through spur-of-the-moment actions that show the kind instincts that are within all of us, even if they're not visible. It may be the purest form of the good works that will be illustrated throughout today's award ceremony. The following video describes how Marquita Alicia Hopkins let her kindness shine.
Hi, I nominate Kiki Hopkins for the Random Act of Kindness Award this year. Kiki goes to a lot of events, and she always is smiling, and she always gives you a great big hug, and she loves to dance and gets everyone else dancing and just brings so much joy and inspiration to everyone who attends the events, and that's why I'm nominating Kiki for Random Act of Kindness of the Year.
And it's our pleasure to present you with the Family Flame Award.
I really like skiing deep powder. I really like playing helicopter.
Ah, that's what we were looking for. Well, as the name implies, a random act of kindness occurs when someone is moved to do something helpful because they respond to a need without a second thought. That description fits our second prize winner to a T. Russell Gillen is a cashier at a Publix in eastern Hillsborough County. He was ringing up groceries in mid-September for a lady who turned out to not have enough money to buy everything in her cart. When the lady removed a couple of items, Russell would have none of it and paid the shortfall out of his own pocket. The couple behind her snapped a photo of Russell, and he's now world famous because they sent it to us. But anyway, I thought it would be much better to just have him come up. You could see him in person as he accepts the second prize certificate for Random Acts of Kindness. Let's welcome Russell Gillen. And by the way, Russell, we'd love to have a couple of remarks from you as far as your feelings about this. No pressure.
Well, I was actually volunteering. I do tech at my church on Wednesday nights, and I was actually volunteering when I got the phone call from my job saying that Mr. Ward here was calling and asking about me because of something that happened in September. And I gotta say, it wasn't the first time I've done something like that. And I can't say that I've been able to take advantage of every opportunity to be able to do that for somebody as a college student on a budget. I just do what I can, and I never expected something like this to happen. And I'm also not really good at speeches right now. So
Doing great.
but it's just, it made me happy to do that for somebody, and I know there are a lot of people like that do way more than me, and but I appreciate y'all, and thank you.
Isn't modesty the best thing of all? I mean, seriously. Thank you very much, Russell. Thank you. God bless you, man. And now it's time for another dose of good music from our friend Rick Ferris.
Check my key here. This is a song many people know. It's never been a big top 40 hit, but it's a Bob Marley song called Three Little Birds. And the three little birds always remind me of the birds in the Bible when Jesus talks about the lilies of the field and the birds of the air, and how they are arrayed in such splendor, even though they neither sow nor reap. So everything, no matter what, we can be happy.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Early in the morning, before the rising sun, three little birds were outside my doorstep, my message to you. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
Yes, I need to hear this right now. I really could have used hearing it yesterday, but that's a chapter that's left unheard. Another aspect of kindness of the heart involves National Days of Kindness that begin every season. The host program of Hillsborough County Schools has been at the forefront of this growing observance. Channel 13 did a story, actually, about how students at Roland Park Elementary used a text that the school district so kindly supplied, and they used that as the basis for a discussion of kindness and what it means and how to live a kind life. And it is the kind of story that honestly needs to be told a whole lot more in a whole lot more settings than simply a What's Right with Tampa Bay story.